What's up guys, Ace here, bringing us another card of the day, and today we have Mazemind Tome. It's an artifact that costs 2 mana that has two abilities, one with tap, put a page counter on Mazemind Tome, Scry 1, the other one with pay 2 mana, tap, put a page counter on Mazemind Tome, you draw a card. When there are 4 more page counters on Mazemind Tome, exile it. If you do, gain 4 life. So this card is generally pretty strong, usually in this current standard where like aggro is pretty strong. I think in generally any format where aggro is like something you have to work against or build against, a card like this is really good. Not only does it come down, and unlike something like Sunset Pyramid, which we had in previous standards, or a treasure map, this means that you can get benefits off it as soon as it comes down. There's no waiting for a turn because the first ability costs no mana, and when you do use it 4 times, you gain 4 life, which does keep you in the game. And this is definitely something achievable, especially on the draw where you're playing against aggro deck. This does keep you in the game, and it lets you look for pieces like wraths and stuff like that. Which makes it really good. I think that's the reason why it's played in like sometimes a few times. I think I saw it in the sideboards of more eternal decks, such as like Eldrazi Tron and Modern. I can see why this is something that would be liked. I could see it being played in any deck that wants to go for a little longer game, where they want to draw some cards but they're not playing blue. This helps that, or I guess green or black, any of those sort of colors. This definitely does help that while stemming the aggro because of the 4 life it gains. My only problem with it is the fact that still, if you're playing an egg control deck, this won't necessarily help you too much against blue unless you do get enough cards. Usually when I do play against blue, I'll make sure to never tap it to scry 1 and to mostly just be super greedy and tap 2 mana and draw a card with this. That way this is 2+ mana and you draw 4 cards, which is pretty strong against. They can't counter everything, right? However, the counter spells are a problem at times, and that's why you have to have consistency in your deck. So with that being said, I think this is probably played in any long-range deck that wants to play to the mid-game, or at least to the late game. You put this in the deck. I don't think it'll be played in any aggro deck whatsoever. I don't think it'll be played too much in Modern, but this is like the first of its kind, where like if you do get past 4 turns, this will be pretty nice. And if that's the case, this is probably, you're going to put this in your deck. I don't think it'll be played in like older Eternal formats like Legacy or Vintage, but in Commander, I've been trying it a few times. I think I do like it. Especially thinking something like a more variable one, like the Endless Atlas, where it lets you draw a card if you have 3 lands of the same type. So that could be a problem where like you're playing a monocolor deck. It could be usable, but the fact that you have to have 3 lands, it sort of constricts your deck building, where monocolor decks generally want to have the opportunity to play different utility lands because they're playing monocolor, right? And that sort of fact usually restricts it, and most colors, I think, even including white, have enough abilities to draw cards without the use of something like Endless Atlas. So, with that being said, I think you should play this card. I think it's pretty decent. If you guys haven't played it, try it out now. The gain for life could help a lot. If you could move counters from creatures or artifacts or permanents, it becomes even better, because that way it's just 2 mana, draw a card every time, or even tap to scry 1 once you want to play on your first ground. It just scries 1, which is decent. Yeah, it's a good card. I think it's good, and you should probably play it if you're looking for control decks. Anyways, that's about it. Tell me what you guys think about this in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys on next card of the day. So peace.